Hey guys, welcome to the channel. One of my favorite types of leather is called pull-up leather. It's a deeply oiled and waxed leather that has a beautiful patina. The problem, it's highly prone to scuffs and marks, and that's why some people call it crazy horse leather. But there comes a point where all those scuffs and bumps make your boots look old and worn. But today we're going to fix that by resetting the patina. Let's get to it. The first thing we want to do is assess our leather. And as we take a look at this leather and feel it, these boots, even though they're actually relatively new, the leather is dry. And did you know that even brand new leather boots, bags, jackets, and more may need to be conditioned right off of the shelves? It may seem excessive, but by the time the leather goes from the tannery to the manufacturer to the retailer or even the sales rack, it's been potentially 6 months or more. So don't assume that your leather doesn't need to be hydrated just because it's new. I'd say go by the feel. If it feels thirsty and dry, give it some hydration. If not, no need. But before we do that, let's go ahead and prepare our boots. Let's remove the laces so we can access each panel of the leather. And as you can see, it looks super scuffed up, but we'll be fixing that in a pinch. As a rule of thumb, before cleaning or applying any conditioner, whether your boots look clean or not, it's best practice to wipe or brush off your leather so that any dirt or debris won't clog the pores when you apply. And just a quick note, I'm using a brand new premium horsehair brush from Eagle. And just so you guys know, it's actually normal for new horsehair brushes to shed a few hairs at first. And it's actually a sign of a high quality brush due to the natural process of how each brush is made. This brush is super dense, so no need to worry about it. It will not affect your brushing or shining one bit. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's reset our patina, or those scratches, so that we can have a uniform look on our boots again. Today, I'll be using Eagle's boot oil, which is made up of mink oil. And just a heads up guys, mink oil, like any leather oil, will darken your leather. So make sure to test a hidden spot before applying to ensure the best results. Something you definitely want to keep in mind is that you do not want to apply any oil to any areas where glue has been used, like near the midsole or the welt stitching of your boots. Any oil will begin to deteriorate your glue and potentially remove your outsole. Additionally, you want to keep any oil away from your metal rivets because oil softens the leather. It may eventually cause your rivets to become loose when tying your boots, but everywhere else is fine, and boot oil is great for conditioning your leather. And mink oil is ideal for all types of leather, including full grain, top grain, corrected leather, and of course oil tanned leather. If you're in a colder season or live in a colder area, you may benefit from this hack. Something I always love to do is gently warm up the leather in order to allow the oil to further seep into the pores. This will quicken the process as well as better disperse the oil. From there, you'll want to massage it thoroughly, which will finalize the conditioning and ensure that the oil has fully penetrated your leather. If you guys have gotten value so far, make sure to let me know by hitting that like button. Also, what's your view on mink oil? I know it's not some people's cup of tea. Let me know in the comments below. Once you've thoroughly massaged your leather, let it fully dry, about 12 to 24 hours. You'll know that your leather is dry when your leather no longer feels tacky or oily. After that, have at it with your horsehair brush in order to fully disperse all of the oil. And if it still feels that way after 24 hours, go ahead and wipe off any excess and you'll be good to go. Now, you could leave your leather like it is and it would be fine, but I always like to go the extra mile and provide another layer of protection. We'll be using Eagle's leather preservative. What's the difference between boot oil and the preservative? Well, boot oil soaks deeply into the leather's pores, conditioning and softening the leather at a deep level, while the LP or leather preservative conditioner sits near the top and provides an extra layer of protection against moisture and the elements. I'd say that when you have drier, more worn leather, definitely use your leather preservative conditioner with neat's foot oil, as this will provide better flexibility and hydration. Something also to mention is that neat's foot oil will more darken your leather than mink oil, so it may not be what you're looking for when restoring lighter colored leathers. And I'd say that if you regularly expose your leather boots or jackets to extreme outdoor weather, definitely go with the neat's foot oil LP because it's really going to protect your leather through through those harsh conditions over time. And of course, feel free to massage that LP conditioner and then wait for it to dry. Same thing, wipe off the excess as needed and give it another brush down. And I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy the process of restoring leather like this, from completely worn and scratched up to essentially looking like new again. But let's go ahead and tie these laces back up and we are almost done. Last but not least, let's make sure to fill out our leather to prevent creasing and, God forbid, cracking. I'd highly recommend cedar shoe trees, but you guys can use virtually anything from plastic bags to recycled newspaper. After that, let's go ahead and see the transformation.